Good morning. It's the 2nd of March, and I hadn't shown any of you guys the goats lately. Mama goat, she's looking large. She's not filling up with milk yet. She's probably due in the next couple of weeks, maybe week or two, that's a little bit. I'm going to call her a little bit because she's the littlest one. And then we're going to call this one, I don't know what I'm going to call this one yet. There's Butthead Babe. This one is Babe's daughter. I didn't breed her, or she's not supposed to be bred. We'll see. You never know when you've got a buck. He's gone now, but anyway, and then Babe is expecting about the same time as Mama, and she's looking pretty large too. She had twins last year, and Mama had triplets. So, comparing them size-wise, it's kind of looking like what they're going to have again. And I just sure hope she's not pregnant. She is looking a little bit broad too, but she's too little to have a baby. But we'll see. I mean, nature does what nature does. Anyway, they got two shelters down here. I just gave them some hay, gave them some grain. I put a selenium and a multivitamin mineral mix in their feed. It's just dry, and I sprinkle it in there, so it usually gathers on the bottom of their pan, and then if they feel like they need it, they can eat it. But that way I don't have to have an actual mineral feeder out here, because goats tear everything up. And there's Kitty. She has to come down here with me every time I come down. Come on, Kitty. Come on, Kitty. I'm going to try and sell this tractor, because it's not run for 2 years, and I just don't have the heart to dig into it. So I'll see if I can get some money out of it. It's got good rubber on it, and it was running when I quit using it. I had to change the PTO on it, the shaft and the seal, because the other one was leaking, and it was the old version, the old size. So I changed that, and that's as far as I got. I didn't even refill it with the fluid. I've got a 5-gallon bucket of it over there. I'm just kind of over it. I let my ducks out this morning, let them run around and do a little foraging. I can do that with ducks because they don't tear everything up. I'd love to be able to do that with my chickens, but they go straight to my mulch around my plants and dig it down to the ground. Anyway, so that's kind of a problem. Not to mention that they're a little smaller than the ducks and are subject to predator pressure. We have a lot of hawks around here. The first year I moved here, I brought 6 chickens with me, 6 hens from Indiana, and the hawks got 3 of them. Well, actually, a hawk's got 2 and a raccoon got 1. Anyway, yeah, there's the ducks. They're out there. I have this tarp, the sign tarp, over where I'm going to plant corn, and it'll catch water, and they love it because it's nice, clean water. So they go out there and splash around in it. Yep. And my poor, pitiful greenhouse. Yeah, I ain't even going to mess with it till later this summer. I'll rebuild it. I'm starting most of my plants in the house anyway, so. Just kind of took care of some of the weeds. Anyway, I got This is going to be corn right here. Over there, that green patch, that's clover that's planted in there. I'll let it get up some and then harvest some and probably plant in amongst it with something. I'm thinking I'll put some squash up there in the corner. This was sorghum, and I planted chia in there, and it just didn't make. And I had some cantaloupe down there, and anyway, I'm going to plant the sorghum over here. I got clover in here. Let's see what happened. Let's see if I can get this open. Yeah, kitty, you following me around? Yeah, this is a mess. Yeah, a bunch of these. Those got burnt. Those got burnt. Those are doing okay. Yeah, some Swiss chard, cabbage, and collards. And it looks like, yeah, that was a cabbage. It got burnt. So I'm probably going to have to reseed some of that stuff. Are you the one digging holes in my garden? I was thinking it was an armadillo. Huh? Yeah, the only thing I have out here is mullein, which I have to dig up because I don't want this much mullein growing out here in my garden. Once it gets started, buddy, you can't get rid of it. Got mustard in here. That's clover on that bunch, and I'll probably just turn that under. I got mustard over there. Still got some parsley right there. Parsley growing. I got parsley down in the other patch. But in here, I'm going to redo these poles. I'm thinking I'm going to go to putting cattle panels up instead of trying them strings, because that's just messy, messy, messy. I'll cut all them strings off there and see about... Yeah, it is the cat that's doing that. Cat? Made me think it was something else. Anyway, I'm Joe. This is my new Tennessee home, and I just thought I'd do a little walk around this morning. It rained last night, and everything's wet, and it's starting to warm up. It was high of 40 yesterday. It's already pushing 50 today. Yesterday morning, it was like 20-something, and tomorrow's supposed to be close to 70. My blueberries, look at them. They'll probably get bit again this year. Last year and the year before, they budded up like this, and they actually bloomed, and then came a pretty heavy frost. They can take a light frost, but a pretty heavy frost and knocked back all the blooms. And then a little bit later, it rebloomed. Obviously, I didn't get near as big a crop as I would have if it had just went on, did its thing, and not frosted out. And I've got a plum tree that's budding up pretty good too, and my peach tree. Let's see if I can get it where it's not so bright. See, it's starting to bud up too. And this is I got some wild plums, and I have this one domestic plum. And looky here. Looky here. Look at that. It's got red. It's getting ready to bloom. I bet it won't make it. We'll see. And this native plum isn't even starting to bud yet. But this native plum is starting to bud up a little bit. I got daffodils over there. Right over there. And then here, I had to put this fence around here because I couldn't keep the dogs out. Or the ducks. But I have multiplying onions. I have white and red radishes that are sprouting. I put in all these onions. Some of them were in the greenhouse, and that's why they're so short, because I had to cut the tops off of them. They got singed. But they're doing pretty good. I got potatoes up there. I got all kinds of garlic and volunteer cilantro absolutely everywhere. And I put carrot seeds in here. And there's a couple, but for the most part, they're not doing anything. And then this over here, I'm not sure what this is. Looks like it came out of some kind of bean. I don't remember planting beans in here. Kind of early for a bean anyway. All kinds of cilantro, some carrots, and garlic in there. Planted a row of peas down through there. I put a bunch of rabbit manure on these beds too. Got my violas are blooming. These are multiplying onions. They're multiplying, and my rhubarb. Look at my rhubarb. It's starting to poke up out of the ground. All kinds of chickweed. I don't care about chickweed. It doesn't hurt anything. And I've got asparagus in here, but it's not poking out of the ground yet. And I got these guys volunteer. I didn't realize that. You see these? I had they're called bachelor buttons, or can't remember the other name. Cornflower, and they're volunteers. That's a volunteer. There's a couple volunteers there. It'll be pretty. Anyway, just waiting on spring. It feels like spring today, but I don't know. And then I'm not sure what this is. It kind of looks like a poppy. I did plant poppies last year, but I don't recollect putting any seeds up here. Poppies didn't grow here. They were down in the garden. So I'm going to let it grow and see. Probably don't need that grass growing in there. Well, I'm Joe. This is my new Tennessee home, and I just thought I'd take you a little walkabout. Yeah, none of this stuff's coming up yet. It will when it's time, I think. Talk to y'all later.